Okay, my next step is to create some spinning wheels. Now I'll let you know right now the wheels will need to be turned into movie clips as well, and then I will animate the spin of the wheel within that movie clip, and they will sit inside of this movie clip. So I'll start by creating a new layer for that, and I'll start by drawing the wheel, then convert it to the movie clip, go inside that movie clip, create a rotation, then come back out to this level, the car level, and duplicate the wheel so that I can use the one movie clip of the wheel twice and they will both be rotating. So I'll just start by going to my oval tool, picking some colors here. I'll just make it a bright green to start, and I'll leave a black stroke, and I'll just draw a circle with my shift key down, and I'll just position that a bit, double click it, position that, and that works for me as far as the size goes. Now if I want to do another circle within this and have it perfectly centered, I can copy this, paste it in place, and reduce it, and that will create basically a donut, if you will. So let me do that. Edit, copy, edit, paste in place. Now this is the exact same thing on top of itself, so I will go to my free transform tool, and with my Alt key down and my Shift key down, I can reduce that on its own center and constrain the proportion. And there we go, and I'll just hit my return key, go back to my selection tool, and I'll actually deselect by clicking in an empty space. Now all I'm going to do right now is fill this inner part with a different color. So let me change this to, let's say, an orange. Go to my bucket tool. And how will we know it's rotating? Well, I'm going to just draw some lines running through that orange section that will represent spokes, if you will. So with my stroke set to black still, I'll go to my line tool. I should maybe go to my properties and see. My line tool currently is set to 2 pixels, and I think that should be fine. But I will zoom in, Control plus to zoom in, spacebar to move, and I'll just carefully draw some spokes in here, holding my shift key down to constrain the horizontal and the vertical. And I don't like that, so I'll just go a little bit lower. There we go. And then one vertical. And again, I don't like that, so I'll just retry that. Okay, and then a couple of diagonals. Now, when you want to do a 45-degree angle, it will constrain with the shift key as well. Let me redo that. Okay, and then one more. Alright, so now this will at least let us know that the wheel will be spinning. Now if I look at this, it's just a raw vector shape. If I double click it, it's all highlighted. So with it all highlighted, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to convert this to a movie clip. And you see right now we're inside the movie clip called car. I'm going to, with this all highlighted, convert this to a movie clip, and it's going to generate a brand new movie clip. And I'll give it a name. I'll call it spinning wheel. So I go up to my modify, again making sure that the whole thing is selected. Modify, convert to symbol, or F8 on your keyboard. Movie clip, yes. Name, spinning wheel. Just spell that correctly there. Spinning wheel. Click OK. And there's my blue marquee. And that's telling me that this is now a symbol, and I happen to know it's a movie clip. And it is currently nested inside a car. So what I will do now is nest another iteration of this inside of itself. So I will actually double click it one more time. And you can see here, inside of my scene, I've got a movie clip called car. Inside of that movie clip, I've got another movie clip called spinning wheel. And yes, to create the rotation here, I'm actually going to convert this to a movie clip and then animate it over, let's say, 10 frames with a rotation of 360 degrees, or one full rotation. So with it currently selected, again, I will convert to symbol. Modify, convert to symbol. This time I'll just call it wheel and click OK. Now I don't need to go inside of this. If I wanted to edit the graphic, I could double click on this, and I'll just do that to demonstrate. And this also shows you the nesting. So inside of scene 1, I've got a movie clip called car. Inside of that, I've got a movie clip called spinning wheel. Inside of this movie clip, I've got a movie clip called wheel. Now I want to go back up to spinning wheel, and this allows me to navigate. So I'll click back on spinning wheel up at the top here. And I'll convert my frame to a motion tween. Create motion tween. And I'll leave it over the 24 frames actually. But with my playhead on the last frame, let me go up to my properties. And you can see here under rotation, I've got rotate how many times. Well, I'm just going to say 1 time. Hit my tab key to enter that. And I want them to rotate counterclockwise, so I'll set the direction to CCW counterclockwise and close my properties. Now, having done that, this wheel should be spinning. And let me just do a test movie to prove that. And there you see it, 1 spinning wheel. Okay, so let me close that. Now this spinning wheel, I don't want to duplicate it in this movie clip. I can actually go up to the car movie clip at this point, and you can see it's still on the 1 frame. I'm going to actually rename that layer right now. I'll call it wheels. And the beautiful thing about this, I'm going to reduce my view here, is that this movie clip I can simply duplicate. So I'll alt click and drag and drop it over here. Now it's derived from the same movie clip called spinning wheel. And actually, let me just show you something in here. With that highlighted, I have a play button here, and I can actually watch that animation. So I've duplicated spinning wheel on the stage. So these are 2 instances of the same movie clip.